Hey guys, before I do anything, I have this really cool background because I'm hiding my dogs playing in the background. So if you hear some weird noises, it is not me. It's my dogs playing, pretending like they're tough, but they're not. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to focus on looking closely at an example of writing because this week your main task is writing a paragraph about pollinators, specifically bees. But I'm kind of giving you a kickstart or not cheating, but kind of like cheating because let me tell you, grown-ups don't have lots of new ideas. They just copy the rules all the time. And your mind is beautiful. It has all these different ideas. But our goal in writing is to help you not only come up with great ideas, but also follow some maybe slightly boring rules. So let's get started. I'm going to read to you this model. Don't worry, you don't have to write it all. But I want you to see kind of what we talked at the beginning of the year with the hamburger paragraph. The top hamburger bun, the middle bun, the meat and all the delicious details, and then the bottom. Your paragraph is not going to be this big. Don't worry. But I want you to see how amazing it should look by all of it. Give me 1 second. Buck, stop it. See, they're like ninjas, but they're not very quiet or very smart. Anyways, let's get started. The hummingbird writing model. Pollen helps plants make seeds, fruits, and new plants. Plants need birds to accidentally move pollen from plant to plant. These birds are called pollinators. Hummingbirds are pollinators that help plants grow. Hummingbirds fly quickly to red flowers to drink nectar. When they visit the flower, pollen sticks to their long beak and top of their head. Now, ooh, that shouldn't say bee, it should say hummingbird because that's what they're talking about. We're going to talk about that too, editing and revising. Has pollen grains on its beak and head. Bees do not have beaks. When it flies to another flower, some of the pollen grains fall off and are left there. When the new flower is pollinated, a new seed can grow. Hummingbirds are important pollinators that help new plants grow and survive. Okay, so that is your goal. You're going to write something like this, not exactly at the very end of things, but the end of the week. But we're going to just take chunks every day. So today, we're going to just focus on the introduction. The job of the introduction is to describe why pollen is important and that insects are needed for pollination and to define pollinators. Now, they did it in a bunch of different sentences. You can do it in one sentence if you're careful. Remember, a sentence has a capital letter at the beginning. It makes sense. It's like you're talking. And then it has a punctuation at the end, usually a period. So let's see. I like colors to help my eyes see how this works. So let me show you something interesting. Again, I didn't learn this until like I was in high school and college, but I'm confident that you can figure it out too. So the first job is to describe why pollen is important. I'm going to turn that into yellow words. Look at this. Why is pollen important? Right here. I think I used the wrong yellow. Pollen is important because pollen helps plants make seeds, fruits, and new plants. Answer that right there. Not too hard. It's like you're answering a bunch of questions, but you don't say that you're answering them. We also need to tell that insects are needed for pollination. I will turn that into a red thing. So now this is your job is for insects. So let me do this quick a sec. They didn't quite think through this because what you're going to do is talk about insects, but what they want you are showing you is birds. So Birds are needed for it. Look at this. It answers the question. So basically, it could be like, hey, are birds needed for pollination? And you're like, yeah, plants need birds to accidentally move pollen from plant to plant. And then the last one is to define pollinators. What is a pollinator? I'll do this cool kind of greenish bluish color teal. And here they use 2 sentences. Now you don't need to use those 2 sentences, but it might help you. These birds are called pollinators. Hummingbirds are pollinators that help plants grow. So again, you do your best. Carefully look at each example or each section, and then write like you're writing an answer, and you'll see how it goes. I know you can do a great job. And since you were doing such a fantastic job through all the craziness, I'll let you see what craziness was happening behind me. They're not good listeners, and they're just playing, but they're not very smart. And then their sister, Meow Meow, she's fed up with it. Hopefully your Monday is better than hers. Have a great day. Bye.